Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol MYSZ. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually just today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. Before I even go into anything further from a presentation standpoint, this is actually a very tricky chart to talk about because there's a lot of perspective that goes into it. What do I mean by that? Well, if you're a day trader and you bought somewhere up around here and you wanted to sell within, 30 minutes after buying, then yeah, for you, the chart's looking pretty rough. Now, if you care about a bigger picture of things, then yeah, I get it. The price has pulled back today. But from the big picture, the bulls do still have an opportunity to build a higher base. And when you have higher bases being built over longer periods of time, that's how long-term uptrends are constructed. So I'm going to be talking about things from a big picture perspective. And, if I sound crazy calling something bullish, my guess would be you probably had a much different kind of perspective going into the trade. First level of support, and kind of why I would still call the overall chart bullish, is because the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to stay up above this key level right here around the $1.70 mark. Case in point, I'm not saying this will happen, but just kind of to illustrate the point here. Let's say the price comes down here, bounces around this area, and then starts to head back up. Emphasis on big picture. From the big picture perspective, what would you have? Well, you'd have a big old set of bases right here. You'd have this previous set of bases down here before the move even happened. And if you look at these as stair steps, the stair steps would still very clearly be going in the upwards direction. And that's the name of the game. That's what a truly strong move is going to do over time. It's going to make progress forward. And in this situation, I am defining and quantifying progress as staying right up above between $1.70 to $1.75. Now, if that doesn't hold, I'm not saying it's the end of the world because you do still have the purple line down there, the 50-period simple moving average. So keep an eye on that. But yeah, preferably speaking, if the price can stay up above $1.70, that would be the ideal situation going forward. As far as resistance levels are concerned, pretty straightforward at this point. The sellers seem to be hanging out right up there around the 218 mark, give or take a few pennies. So going into next week, that'll definitely be the key level of resistance that the bulls will need to fight through. But all in all, still a very nice chart from a big picture perspective. It pulled back today, but that's part of the game, and the bulls still have plenty of opportunity to build a higher base. So we'll see if they can get that job done or not next week. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.